Laura Catrinella's life was quiet and predictable. School, homework, and the gentle rhythm of days that always seemed to blend into one another. Each day she walked the same path between her home, the school gates, and the library, her favorite place in the world. It was a routine she found comfort in, even if it sometimes felt a little lonely. She loved the library, losing herself in stories of adventure, magic, and faraway lands. The characters in her books became her friends, and their journeys filled her imagination. But Laura never expected an adventure of her own to find her. One rainy afternoon, while helping Mr. Abernathy, the kindly old librarian, she stumbled upon a small wooden box hidden in a forgotten corner of the library's dusty storeroom. Inside the box was a strange, ornate compass. Its needle spun wildly, never settling, as if it was searching for something just out of reach. It didn't point north, but seemed to be drawn by a force Laura couldn't understand. Mr. Abernathy explained that the compass was a gift from a mysterious traveler who once visited the library. He whispered that it pointed not to a place, but to a moment, one that could change everything. That night, Laura lay awake, the compass spinning on her nightstand, its soft glow casting strange shadows on her bedroom wall. It seemed to call to her, filling her mind with questions and possibilities. Could it really point to a time? Was it magic or just a trick of the light? For the first time, Laura felt like she was living inside one of her own stories. Laura's curiosity grew with every passing minute. What if she followed the compass? Where would it lead her, and what would she discover? With a deep breath and trembling hands, she decided to trust the compass no matter how strange it seemed. Suddenly, her ordinary world felt full of possibility, as if every shadow might hide a secret and every moment could be the start of something new. The adventure she'd always dreamed of was finally within reach, waiting just beyond her doorstep. Laura clutched the compass tightly, her heart pounding with excitement and fear, ready to face whatever mysteries lay ahead. With one step into the unknown, Laura knew her life was about to change forever, and this time, the story was hers to write. The next morning, Laura returned to her late grandfather's workshop, the compass clutched tightly in her hand. The air was thick with the scent of old wood and machine oil, and sunlight filtered through dusty windows, casting golden patterns on the floor. This was a place overflowing with inventions, blueprints, and memories of a man who saw the world differently. Every corner held a story, every shelf a secret waiting to be discovered. Laura set the compass down on his well-worn workbench. To her amazement, the needle spun wildly before coming to a sudden stop, pointing directly at the old grandfather clock that stood silently in the corner, as if guarding its own secret. Driven by curiosity, Laura approached the clock. She ran her fingers along its carved surface until she found a hidden latch. With a gentle click, a secret panel slid open, revealing a set of mysterious dials and a slot shaped exactly like her compass. Heart-pounding, she fit the compass into the slot. Instantly, the panel came alive, glowing with a warm, golden light that illuminated the intricate gears and cogs within. The dials began to spin, each marked with years from the past and future, while the clock's hands whirled backward at an impossible speed, filling the room with a low, humming energy. Suddenly, a swirling portal of light burst open in the center of the workshop, casting everything in a magical, otherworldly glow. In that moment, Laura understood. Her grandfather had built a time machine, hidden in plain sight all these years. A surge of fear and excitement battled inside her. The glowing compass seemed to pulse with encouragement, as if urging her to take the leap and trust in the impossible. Laura thought of the adventure stories she'd always loved, the dreams she'd never dared to chase. Now, she stood on the threshold of a journey beyond imagination. With one last look at the workshop that had shaped her childhood, Laura took a deep breath and stepped boldly into the swirling portal of light. The world around her dissolved in a blinding flash, colors and shapes melting away as she crossed the threshold into the unknown. Laura was leaving her ordinary life behind, stepping into a realm where anything was possible. The unknown awaited her, full of promise and peril. Her adventure had truly begun. With courage in her heart and wonder in her eyes, Laura was ready for whatever mysteries lay ahead. Laura stumbled into a bustling city. Jazz music, flapper dresses, and the date, 1928. The air was electric, filled with the sounds of trumpets and laughter, and the city pulsed with a sense of endless possibility. Everywhere she looked, people were dancing, celebrating, and living as if tomorrow might never come. The roaring 20s were alive with energy and optimism. She wandered the streets, marveling at the dazzling shop windows and the bold new fashions. The city was a patchwork of excitement. She tasted her first ice cream soda at a bustling soda fountain, savoring the sweet, fizzy treat as jazz spilled out from every doorway. Laura soon befriended Peggy, a determined young journalist fighting for her place in a rapidly changing world. Peggy introduced her to the hidden corners of the city, secret speakeasies pulsing with forbidden music, and smoky newsrooms where stories were written by candlelight. Through Peggy, Laura glimpsed the challenges women faced, and the courage it took to chase their dreams. Laura learned that bravery meant acting despite fear, and that hope could thrive even in uncertain times. The people celebrated life with contagious joy, their laughter echoing through the night. Every party, every dance, was a declaration that life was worth living, no matter what tomorrow might bring. As her visit ended, Peggy gave her a feathered pin, a symbol of friendship and courage. It was a small token, but it carried the weight of their shared adventures and the spirit of the era. Laura realized she'd never forget the spirit of the 20s, or the friends she'd made along the way. She carried with her a lesson in optimism and resilience, a reminder that the past could inspire the future. The past was more alive than she'd ever imagined, and its lessons would guide her forward. Laura's journey was just beginning. The compass spun again, pointing her toward new adventures yet to come. The next stop, medieval England, 1215. Laura found herself near a grand castle surrounded by forests and fields. Life was tough but close-knit. She learned weaving from a kind village family. She met William, a young squire struggling to prove himself. Laura shared stories of courage, helping William find new strength. In return, he taught her about honor and standing up for what's right. She watched William's knighting ceremony, proud of her friend. The era taught her that true strength was in community and integrity. Laura left with a new understanding of courage. The compass called her onward. Laura spun the dials forward and stepped into the year 2342. She found a city of gleaming towers, green parks, and peaceful energy. Technology solved problems and brought people together. Laura met Ilara, a wise historian, who showed her how empathy and cooperation had built a better world. The greatest invention wasn't a gadget, but a shared sense of responsibility. Laura saw that the future was shaped by choices made every day. She learned that hope and innovation could create a brighter tomorrow. The people of the future inspired her to believe in change. Laura realized her own time mattered in building what was to come. The future was not fixed. It was something to be made. With new purpose, Laura prepared to return home. The journey had changed her. Laura set the dials for home, stepping through the portal one last time. She returned to her grandfather's workshop, changed by her travels. The feathered pin and berry-stained fingers proved it was all real. Her quiet town now seemed full of potential. The library was no longer just an escape, but a starting point. Laura understood that every era had lessons: joy, honor, hope. She was braver, more curious, and ready to share what she'd learned. History was alive, a story connecting everyone. Laura's greatest adventure was just beginning to live, learn, and dream for tomorrow. Her story, and ours, was waiting to be written.